Have you seen that? The video of him dancing where it's all of them?
What are you talking about? Oh, Danganronpa?
Yeah. Meanwhile, this bear is like murdering children.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Opposed to popular belief, we are not doing Danganronpa.
Oh yeah.
You might have thought that, and I don't blame you for thinking that.
Listen.
I think he's doing it on purpose. I think
this man is not innocent.
No. Oh no, he's not.
Hey, Uggy, I just want to let you know that like you saved my ass so many times.
You're so amazing.
You're so great.
I love your hair.
Oh, you're so good at making coffee. Just to see Leah as the hottest man in the whole show
This
at home.
bitch does it on purpose.
We're back for another episode. Yes. What do you think?
Okay, we have to do this though.
Oh shit. Season 2, episode 3.
2.
No, because Death Note Part 2 is episode 2.
Oh, you're right.
Season 2, episode 3, Given, because it's a given that they're gay.
Is it called Given because it's a given that they're gay?
God damn.
Ew.
The beautiful
That was
melody.
gross.
You know what that was? La 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 la.
Stop, no. I skip it every single time. So I wouldn't know.
We'll get into it, but I thought that was going to be the fucking finale. When
The la la la?
Yes, I thought that was going to be like, I didn't know that he was like a singer. I thought it was all guitars.
No.
When that happened in the second episode, and I was like, this is what most of the plot's going to be based off of. Choices.
Choices were made.
How are you? We haven't recorded in 2 weeks. This bitch is 26.
Can't say we're 25 anymore.
I can.
No, like I said, entity. We can't say we're 25-year-olds anymore. This is a 25 and 26. But it's only a few months.
That is it, isn't it?
Soon enough, it's gonna be 2 26-year-olds.
Hey, first of all, I still have my youth until July 1st, and
you really hold on to those months in between.
I really do because listen,
it was really fun.
How was it?
It was so good. I went to see Hadestown on Thursday. It was busy.
You almost got in 7 fights with different people in
yes.
New York. All of New York better watch out.
They really tested me that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Hades. I went to see Hadestown with my girlfriend on Thursday, in which a guy was annoying, talking the whole time in front of us, and I said something.
They popped off.
And then on Friday, we went to see Tuvalu, who I love, and there was like a girl in the crowd who almost spilled her drink on me.
And gays in music.
Yes.
Very on.
Very, very much.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, my actual birthday, I just chilled. And then on Sunday, we went shopping. Anime shopping. That was fun.
And a woman of your own culture.
Yes.
Tried to.
I went to the bathroom, and this lady kept knocking on the door, even though there was a line.
I gotta take my meds.
Oh, yes. Even though there was a line, she like kept knocking on the door, and I was having tummy issues. And like, I like just was not having a good time. And this lady was like, can you please, like, hello? And I was like, hello? Like, it was so annoying. I wasn't even there for like more than 20 minutes. It was insane. And she wasn't even next. Like, she was at the back of the line.
20 minutes?
Yeah.
Probably more like 5.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know time. But she
You
like
weren't in there for 20 minutes.
She was just like, and then she said, "Se perdió en el baño," which means like, they got lost in the bathroom.
Well, she wasn't even next.
Yeah,
is the thing. She like went to all the way to the back line again.
It was so fucking annoying. I was ready to kill her. But other than that, it was fine.
Woo!
How are you?
I'm gay.
This is Alexandra's official coming out. We're honored to have you.
You know, it's been a long time coming, everybody. Yes, the rumors are true. I officially had a gay awakening, and it has been equal parts amazing and the worst thing I've ever felt in my entire life.
That is a queer experience.
I get it. I
it.
get why pride exists.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not even gay bashed. If anything, I'm like gay loved. I'm like gay uplifted. Like,
let's talk about it. Do you have like a label that you feel comfortable with? Or
I'm
is
bi.
It just bi. Okay.
I would say bisexual, yeah, because yeah.
You don't have to explain it.
Yeah, I guess I don't, huh?
That's what it is. Like a label's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, the thing though about like, she's not gonna listen to this.
We don't know. You could always edit it out if
This
you
is
regret
true.
it later.
The thing about having a gay awakening at 25 is like, yeah, I want to like hold hands with her and like walk into the sunset, but I'm like sitting on the bus. I'm sitting on the bus thinking about things. I'm not thinking about holding hands. You know?
Right.
But at the same time, I'm also afraid to do that. I just think it would be so hot.
Very relatable.
Yeah, like her to do a lot of things to me and then tell me
Is
that
it different
did a
than
good
how
job.
you felt about guys? Or is it the same?
That's a good ass question. This seems more realistic. Like, it seems like stuff that would actually make me feel good and not just sound good in paper.
I love that for you.
Like, do people really like to get railed?
How would I know?
I am asking. Okay,
The wrong person.
I'm like, even our viewers are probably not the right people.
They could be.
They could
you
be.
don't know.
Okay, people who like do people like actually want to get railed? That's like what I want to mean. Like, 'cause, like, in theory, that sounds like excellent to me, but I don't think I actually want to get railed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for welcoming me into the community. And
Of course.
we were actually first gonna do Chainsaw Man this week.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, should we do a fan request? And in my head, this gay awakening happened like what, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. I like subconsciously was like, oh, we should do Given because it's a fan request. We're probably doing Given for more reasons than the fan request.
Yeah.
Because now it's a given that I'm gay. I don't know why. I like don't watch anime, bro. I must not. I never know anything that we're watching. Based off the fan base and you and what I've heard, I think I got what I was expecting.
Which was?
Emotional, funny, with a dash of cringe.
Yes.
Spoonful.
Yeah. I was about to be like, maybe more
Cup.
than a dash. Yeah.
What
Did
about
you cry?
you?
Did you cry?
I cried.
Oh, good. Okay. I was worried there.
Bro,
I was like, if Alexandra didn't cry in the show, I don't think she could cry.
I'm saying, I almost didn't at first. I was like, oh, whatever.
When did you
The
start?
song.
The song.
Because like one of my notes in the show was the way that this story is formatted is so unique
It really is.
and just this close to being like unbearable.
In what way?
Like in the way that I'm like, this kid is so fucking annoying. I'm like, oh my god, I know, sorry, bro. The first 6, I know, I was literally thinking, I was like scared watching it, until I got to episode 6, I was like, the Given fandom is gonna want me dead. I realized that like Longa, I think, is as slow as I can get, is as slow and husky as I can get.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like those
is he
two.
voice actor?
I don't think it's the same, but I thought it was because like they're very similar. Yeah.
This kid didn't know what an amp was, and you were fucking a guitarist?
No, I think the most hard to believe. I can understand not knowing what an amp is. I don't understand not knowing what a band is.
That's what I'm saying.
Or like an instrument. Although I have a theory. I think he did know what a band was, but Aoyama is such a fucking. He just has to put in his like opinion of everything first that he like interrupted and assumed
Well,
that Mafuyu doesn't know because he should have. He should know.
That's the thing. I was like, one of my theories when I was watching, I was like, this kid has a fancy guitar. We don't know nothing about his parents. He's like such a fast learner. I was like, what if the gag is that like he actually is like a whole rock star person, but just has a crush on this guy like long term?
Oh, that would have been good.
And then like when they
someone should write that.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh my god. But then that was not the case. It was actually
No. He was not pretending.
No, but yeah, he was pissing me off a lot in the beginning. I was like, bro.
You know what? That's understandable.
You wouldn't like an amp.
Yeah.
Headphones are amps.
Sure.
Anyways, also when they went to go take the promo the pictures, and he's like, "What's a promo picture, bitch?" Also, what kind of music do you? I don't really listen to
leave
music.
my sweet Pisces alone. All right, it's not his fault.
I know this is.
He's
this comes from
traumatized.
Traumatized from knowing what music is.
No, traumatized from like. First of all, I think this man is autistic because he was lining up toys when he was little in the flashback. Second of all, his dad like was abusive when he was little, so I think like a lot of it is very much like trauma. But he gets better.
He does get better.
You
That's
know?
the thing. That's why I was like episode 6. When that's why I was like this close to being unbearable. Because I'm like, if something doesn't, and then they like give you hints, but then they take it back, and then like it's a little bit like not in order, like the plot. So at the end, it was excellent.
Yeah,
but
that's understandable.
I was a little nervous.
I first watched Given in 2020 when I was in my binging anime, and like I was watching everything that was available to me, like every BL I watched basically. That was like, you know, respectful, not like
AOE?
Not like some of the other ones that exist in Crunchyroll. But anyway, I watched this all in one night. I think it was like I just binged it, and it was so good. I cried so hard, and I loved it so much that like I read the manga like online, and then when it came out in dub, I watched the dub. When there's a drama. When the drama came out, I watched it. So I've rewatched the story like I think in total, I feel like this was my 4th time watching it. And I did watch it in Spanish because I wanted some flavor to it, and it was worth it. I don't regret it.
I wish that's the other thing. I tried to watch it in sub after I heard his voice for the first time and how slow he talked, because I'm like, okay,
It's the same thing.
I was just like, maybe if I had a little bit of a barrier.
I will say the Spanish version of Mafuyu is a lot less soft spoken, and he just like I found him to be a lot more like assertive in Spanish than in English or Japanese. So I feel like that made it better.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are no subtitles, so I can't.
I
can't recommend Spanish to you unless you know it.
That's the other thing though, like with me crying, is I was like, oh damn, I'm not gonna cry because I don't know what he's saying. But then I did.
Yeah, because like the flashbacks are like there, and then also just like his emotion behind the song. It's just everything to me. My first note is the saddest beginning. Mafuyu looks so sad. The beginning is him like
the loneliness thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to set the scene for us? Where are we? What's happening in the
Sure. In the beginning, we have like a scene, like a small scene of Mafuyu, and also a small glimpse into the suicide scene.
Really?
Yeah, like it's just like when he's like holding on to the cords, and then he breaks it.
Oh.
That is the moment when he finds Yuki, and he's holding Yuki's guitar. And then he's holding it so much that the strings break, and you see like the strings breaking. And obviously, it's a metaphor for his heartstrings.
I was gonna say at first I was like, oh my god, heartstrings, but I'm like, if they didn't take the heartstrings, like it would be a waste if they didn't do the heartstrings metaphor.
Yeah. So you also see like Mafuyu being all sad, walking through the station, and like whatever, and then it switches to our actual main character, Onoyama-kun.
I feel so bad not knowing anything about this little twink.
Which twink?
Redhead.
Got it.
I know. I literally was thinking that. I was like, I can't even like distinct like between them. Yeah, I watched this not knowing what I knew. Okay. I knew that this anime was sad and emotional, but apparently like so is Fruits Basket, and she pissed me off too. So,
Go on.
why are you sitting in the stairs, hugging a guitar, and just being like, it's the juxtaposition between like being so bold but also so quiet.
Yeah.
Which I guess, you know, maybe the autistic thing. You're right.
Yeah. I know.
So I kind of did appreciate our main character kind of like expressing that. Being
He
like,
expresses
what the
this a
fuck?
lot.
Yeah, he's like,
He's
"Can
very
you speak?"
frustrated by this guy. He's just like, can you like answer my questions?
But then to him,
And
why
I
are you
asked-
napping in the stairs?
Well, he was gonna do the same thing.
Oh, Redhead was?
No.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, got
Why is
it.
the main character napping in the stairs?
Yeah. Acts of service king. So Mafuyu breaks his
You're
strings
right.
and he just like looks like his strings are broken from the suicide that he witnessed.
Oh,
yeah.
How fresh was it?
Middle
School.
Yeah.
And do you know? So if they're 16,
I think they're in
freshmen?
junior year because it's at 2
okay,
sophomore year.
sophomore. That would make sense
Yeah.
with the Japanese.
So maybe let's say it's been a year.
yeah,
I don't know. He has his strings broken, and Uenoyama is looking at this guy, and he's holding this really expensive guitar, and his strings are broken, like whatever. And like he says, like, "Are you gonna fix those? Like that's so irresponsible of you to have this expensive guitar and not fix the strings." and
Fix it.
and then Mafuyu's like, "This can be fixed." Oh,
which
baby.
did come full circle. I did catch that one.
Yeah. This can be fixed. Like, can you
There's a
fix it?
solution?
And then when the Yama's like, not right now. And then it's like quiet and Mafi is like upset.
Quiet ass.
And then when the Yama's like, oh, fine. And he goes running to like get his strings and then fixes it right there and then.
Right there,
Oh,
right there.
so sweet.
I didn't know it was that easy to fix guitar strings.
Me neither.
This is the other problem with this.
Mm.
I just watched Nana.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch. You know you always give pitches?
Mm.
Oh, if fucking A Yazawa would have kept like finished Nana,
Mhm.
this could have been in the Nana universe.
Yeah, honestly.
And how cool would it have been to like see like an older Nana famous?
Yes.
And like one of the members like look up to her.
You could write this.
And then it could have like
This
that,
is fanfic.
exactly. And if you could like maybe have just given this like a tinge, like just a tad bit more grunge.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that really would have drove home like the depression.
Yeah, I agree.
That would have been so cool.
I feel like I also thought about that. I was like, oh my God, we just watched Nana and this is like both of them are very like
gay
music.
and music.
Gay and music.
And
yeah.
struggling.
Yeah.
And like mental illness and stuff. Because I'm also like, oh my God, if they would have had red haired twin do like a little voiceover in the beginning like they did all the time. And like
Mhm.
maybe in the beginning he was talking to his current man, but then towards the end he started talking to his like late boyfriend.
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay. Sorry, that was just my little also
No, for sure.
hey Joe. Hi Joe from Skate.
Oh, who is he?
Drummer.
Oh yes. Okay,
That
I remember
literally-
now. Yeah.
If I close
Yeah.
my eyes,
Good
I'd
for
be like,
you.
Where's Cherry? Where's Cherry?
Good for you. Yeah.
Got one.
I'm so happy that you got
yeah.
that.
Oh, it was so potent in my ear.
Yeah, he has a very distinct voice.
I'm like, they didn't want to switch up. They didn't want like. I guess Joe came second.
yes. he did.
Yeah. Okay. So okay. Yeah.
But still, he's always gonna be Joe in my mind.
If the
His
guy
name
has
is
a
Jonah
lip ring,
Scott. Jonah Scott.
mm,
That's the voice actor's name.
if he has a lip ring, it's Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, the theme song. This is the best. One of the
Oh,
best theme songs.
It's good.
I listen to it like I don't skip it.
Wow.
I listen to it all the way through. It's such a good song. Okay, so if you don't know, Given is an actual like band that you can search up and you'll have like the music of the series and the artist as Given, which I thought was fun.
Oh my God, I had no idea. Hated the name The Seasons.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was stupid.
Maybe I'm a hater, bro. Maybe. Pretty.
Right?
That's gorgeous.
The
Wow.
music is so good.
It's excellent.
So good.
Oh, the music when they first played in front of him, it was giving. Did you know? Did you realize that all the names of the episodes are like famous songs?
Yes, I did.
Did not catch that until random fact about me.
Wonderwall?
God no. Fluorescent Adolescence
Okay.
I think it's a song by the Arctic Monkeys.
Okay.
And I listened to that like repeatedly. Like I sound so old, but the year that Spotify Rap came out.
Yeah.
And I remember being astonished that one of my number one songs was a fucking random Arctic Monkey song called that.
You know, did you notice that Tiny Uenoyama was listening to Arctic Monkeys?
No.
He has the album. Also, Uenoyama is part of the Kageyama verse. I think we talked like
Yes.
Yeah. He's music Kageyama.
I see that.
They are very obviously inspired by Haikyuu.
I was immediately getting Haikyuu vibes.
Yes, and also like I love the red blue pairing. The classic Sasaki and Miyano. Like the classic pairing.
Hot and cold.
It's hot and cold, red and blue.
Warm and
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss.
And okay, why do you think he didn't want to teach him?
Because he like
loner?
Yeah, I think he just like doesn't. He was just like, I think he's a perfectionist. So he's like,
he was giving me Virgo.
Yeah, I can't teach you properly. Like I can't teach you, therefore why try?
Yeah,
like I'm not
one
teacher.
of the Haikyuu. That it was. Oh.
Yeah, it's also like the flashback of him trying to learn and getting frustrated because he's not perfect and then him like in middle school becoming too good for everyone else. Classic.
Was it my
classic Kageyama verse?
Love the sister.
Oh yeah, she's
so real.
She is real.
She's so real.
Walking around with her bra on,
literally
with only her bra. I would never do that personally, but
oh my god, getting dumped, you know.
You know,
so he infiltrates
Mafuyu, yes, and he's like following him around, going to band practice. It's so cute. He's hiding. Oh my god,
they play for him, and this. Oh my god, I thought it was so adorable. How well, that's the thing. The characterization really was excellent. Like even mixed in with some of the cringe, like they were like, he's gonna think that we're like rock stars or something. like we are not that good. Him trying all hard. And okay, I was gonna say like, I think it's probably CG, right?
Yes.
I was like,
when they're playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because coming from Nana, I was like, give the animators a Purple Heart for showing them like strumming the strings with whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm used to like just a manga panel like twisting like I need your love.
We also meet the other two band members, Haruki, who is the blonde, long-haired one, and Akihiko, who is the piercing one. And Haruki has a hots for Akihiko, which yeah, we do not blame him for.
Not at all.
Like we get it, we understand.
We get it. That voice alone, Joe's voice.
Honestly, so true. Oh, one thing that like hurts me every time I rewatch it, specifically this scene, is that the fact that Mafuyu is so like amazed by like the band and like the practice and like whatever means that Yuki never brought him to band practice. Like that must be what that means.
Maybe that's why they drilled in the amp stuff so hard to show that he doesn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
Why was Yuki doing that?
And it's not noticeable and it's not painful when you first watch it because you're like, wow, this dude is really clueless. But then after you learn that like Yuki had a band with Hirahi and like whatever, Hiraji, whatever, you learn that like and that he was obsessed. Like Yuki was obsessed with music.
Why didn't he bring him to practice?
I don't know. I'm like, this is so sad. Like all Mafuyu wanted was to share that part of like this music with Yuki, and Yuki never allowed him to.
We'll get into this. Something that shattered me was when the friend with the horrible highlights who's like, I recognize all these men from my computer, all my transparent images from the voice actor corner. I said, oh, there's the guy with the bad highlights. he said he was like, all Yuki wanted to do was write you the perfect song.
Oh. It's so sad. Like,
so maybe that's why. Maybe he was trying to figure out how to write a perfect song to show him, and then it just didn't happen.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Why the fuck is the outro piano?
Oh, it's so like
it's lovely. Why is it
piano? It's so good. I also know. Don't skip it.
All right,
So
episode
cute.
2.
Yes.
I said I really needed this in sub. The dub was just, it was giving like yeah, I think just like that kind of shonen dub, like like also Haikyuu, where it's like there's no in between like 35-year-old man and 5-year-old. I'm like, can we please, like, and then I don't even get me started on the fucking violinist in college sounding like he's like fucking Oliver Twist or
I don't remember his voice.
he's
so.
like, ooh, the superior.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, are you not a freshman in college? Pass me the stream.
God. Also, like Uenoyama says, like, you're such a like he's such a mystery to me. I think to Akihiko, because Akihiko can tell that Uenoyama has a crush.
Do you think it happened that early?
Yeah.
Really?
I think Akihiko knew from the very beginning. Like, I feel like he knows Uenoyama so well, and he's like, there's no reason why this guy is bringing this other guy in.
He was talking about taking care of someone and him being good for him.
Yeah, I think he knew right away, which is so funny.
Said that to me.
Uenoyama says, like, he's still such a mystery to me. I'm like, have you asked though? Like, have you asked him anything? Like Mafuyu is not the type of person who's just volunteering information about himself. Right. Except, this is one of my favorite parts. I think episode 10. They're like talking like after the concert, and they're like talking about doing another concert, like whatever. And Mafuyu says like, I think the name should be given like.
Oh, I know it.
And he says like you know, the guitar was given to me by my dead ex-boyfriend's mother. He just says it so casually
at the restaurant out of nowhere, and then fucking the hot guy's just like, okay, lit. So, and then I was expecting long-haired guy to be like, what? But instead he's like, he's so cute when he concentrates. I'm like, is no one here? Like, and that is when I was like, okay, maybe the song's about.
I think I don't know why Akihiko knows, but Haruki knows because Mafuyu told him kinda.
Yeah.
Like he asked like, what would you do if someone you loved died? Or like whatever.
That is so funny. I noticed that too. Because my mouth dropped.
Yeah, me too. I was like no one like everything was so casual. I was like, so obviously, you know, later on, he's very willing to volunteer information. Yeah. But I think in the beginning, he's
after he opened his mouth. I will say, in defense of Sir Quiet Autistic Twink, they called him Bratty.
They do?
In the English, they said like, oh, something like Bratty, whatever. I'm like, he's the most far from Bratty. What?
The Lala scene that happens in the second
Is this before or after this bitch? Boo.
This is before.
Tomato.
We will talk about her. I have a lot to say. The Lala scene I watched obviously the first time when I watched the show for the first time, and then I've skipped it every single time since then. The
longest, what, 10 seconds?
I don't fucking know.
Of my life.
Yeah.
And I can only, y'all, my manga readers, I can only extend my condolences, because imagine reading this. Like, you're literally reading a music anime. And you were like, I cannot wait for this scene.
Yeah.
And this
is what you get.
Opens his mouth.
Listen. Realistically, he's very good at singing. Like, if we're talking about like how he sounds, like his tone, he's very good.
Really?
Well, when he's singing like the song, the same actor.
Yeah.
This scene specifically, I don't know what it was. I don't know what direction happened. I don't know if he's like, oh, like this guy has never sang before. Like let me do like, you know, he didn't warm up, like whatever. But like, come on, it doesn't have to be realistic. It was a little too realistic for me.
It's a no from me, dog.
No,
and to just make it even worse is to have this be the moment where he realizes he's in love with him.
Yeah, and also like the moment where he's like, "Oh my god, this I need you to be in my band.
Please join my band. There might
Yeah.
be like tears streaming down.
And he was emotionally so touched. And then he asked for it again in the 3rd episode.
And I was like, no.
And then we hear it again. But then he says he does it a 3rd time to Akihiko and Haruki.
Thank God it's
and
muted.
they didn't share it. Thank God.
I was like, I can't do this.
I was like, I'm so glad.
Like la 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 la. Like, also, ain't nobody ever find these stairs ever?
I guess not.
Can
It's
you
just their
imagine?
spot.
Honestly, anyone who was about to walk up those stairs did a full 180 and walked back. They were like,
He was like, I'm not getting into this. I'm going to leave you guys to it.
Oh. I said this twink is insufferable.
You know what? Fair.
Remember, I didn't know, okay? I'm being very vulnerable and real. He also just says, I don't have a dad. I said, really honing in on the gay experience. Oh my God. Yeah, that is...
I love when they go chibi. It's really cute.
the reactions are adorable.
Yeah.
Bitch, the smoke bomb?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a given original? I've never seen that in any
I've
other
never
anime.
seen that anywhere either.
A given
It
original.
must
That smoke
be.
bomb was genius.
In the 3rd episode, he gets a job, and then when he comes out of... Well, first of all, Mafuyu is like ignoring him, like avoiding him a little bit.
Loved this sequence.
Yeah, he's avoiding him a little bit, and
Word,
when
Mafu.
Oyama is like trying to like get him to say yes and like, you know, whatever, and he's Googling how to ask people to join bands.
Which, this is when I missed out, y'all. I didn't get any text.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I only, like, he would speak and he'd be like, okay, if the first step is communication, whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to see, like, the really funny.
No, yeah, he
specifics.
Googles like how to ask people to join bands.
Oh.
And then he's like trying to like do it, but he chooses the worst moments, and then Mafuyu doesn't even notice that like he's struggling. He's just like, I gotta go, or like I forgot to do my homework,
Yeah.
or like whatever.
I'm on class duty.
Classic Leo behavior. He does not ask him for the reason why he doesn't want to join. So he like goes after him after his interview, and Mafuyu is like coming out of his interview, like whatever, and he sees Hiraji, his friend.
Bad highlights.
Yes.
Yo.
Listen, when I'm curious about how you feel about him, because when I first saw this, I hated him.
I didn't really have a big impression on him. I just said, yo, finally. I was like, oh, okay.
Something moving
Some
along.
cogs are moving.
Yeah.
Have you ever ran
No.
out of emotional distress?
No. I don't think I have.
So what happens?
Okay. So Hiragi is like, oh my God, that's Yuki's guitar. Like, is that Yuki's guitar? How did you get it? Are you in a band? Like,
Numero
are you
uno
playing-
standing right there too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like numero uno, twink, bad highlights.
Yeah. And
night.
he's just like, oh my God, I haven't seen you since that day, like whatever. And Mafuyu is like overwhelmed by seeing Hiraji again. And so he runs away. And when Oyama follows him, and he's like, yo, wait up. Like, what happened?
Mhm.
Oh my God. And in this scene, in Spanish, he asks like, ¿Están bien? ¿Qué pasó? And like, el ¿qué pasó? Which is like, what happened? It is so gentle and so soft. Like the way the actor said that line was so sweet. Like he's just like, ¿qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó?
Oh,
Mi amor.
so sweet.
Mi amor.
How do you feel about Hiraji, like in general? Like by the end, let's talk like in general of bad highlights guy.
Yeah.
Because when I first saw it, I thought he was being too rough with Mafuyu. Like I thought he really just like didn't like him, like hated him.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I read the manga that I was like, oh, he's also suffering.
Well, no, that's exactly what it was. Honestly,
Yeah.
I liked him a lot,
Yeah.
especially towards the end, where I found out that they were all childhood friends.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if y'all have ever been the third in a friendship. It's not fun. When you know and you look at your two other friends and you know that they're way closer, like romantically or not.
Mhm.
And then also, like, this guy killed himself, and he knows that Twink, like, was in love with him, so
Yeah.
he doesn't want to be selfish and be like, I'm in pain too.
Yeah.
And then he just has to let the twink like be able to be the one and like in pain and everything.
And
And
also-
he also gets the guitar.
And also he learns, like we learn later on that like that is just how Mafuyu and Hiraji communicate. Like
What do you
they're very like sort of in bullying, like friend bullying each other. Like that's just how they talk.
Yeah.
But when you first see it, you're like, why is this guy being so mean to him?
I didn't think that.
But now I love him. Like I really do. And he ends up with Chisu, like the other friend.
Oh.
So they're everyone who has a friend in Given,
Ain't no friend. That ain't no friend.
it's not a friend. It's a boyfriend.
BOY friend.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of evident that I can take an aggressive approach to things, so I didn't think he was mean at all. I just
Yeah.
he gave off like confused and like what the fuck energy.
Yeah, and that's what it was. He didn't know how to like deal with his trauma and emotions.
I was thinking, I don't know what sparked this, but I was not happy. It's just like
It has to be the Lala scene again.
it has to be. Why did he sing again?
Because Uyonayama asked him to.
And we hear it again.
Yeah, we
that
hear it
has to
again.
be it. That has to be it.
We can talk about the bitch now.
Mind your goddamn business. Mind your business.
She just is such a fucking bitch.
to make conversation.
I hate her so much. Also, the friend should not have told her.
No.
She should not have told her.
Wait. Not to backtrack.
Yeah.
I just want to talk about the gay panic.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Because, we were so distracted by that fucking horrendous melody
Yes.
that we forgot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And as someone who has just experienced this gay panic, I would say that you're a gay panic aficionado.
Yeah.
I experienced the gay panic. I came to Sophia. Sophia might as well have been the fucking receptionist for the Gay Panic Incorporation. They were like, take a seat. We have some like, we have mimosas.
Do you want some coffee? Some water?
Some mimosas, iced coffee, and some poppers. Yeah. When you, oh my, when you're like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
And granted, I will not even attempt to understand what this feels like before the age of 21, especially in high school. Because like if you drop your pen, you freak out in high school. So I can't even fathom being like, I have a crush on someone of the same sex, you know?
Yeah.
But it really is just such a funny feeling where you're just like, oh shit. Because and I ran. So I guess I have ran out of distress.
You have. I think that counts. I have emotionally ran.
Yeah, never emotionally ran. And they're just like, stop it. I was like, the fuck? But yeah.
It's tough.
And then you're just stuck with it.
Yeah. Listen,
You're stuck.
I've had many a gay panic. I have a gay panic still to this day.
In a loving relationship.
And this girl has been my girlfriend for like 6 months now. And I still have gay panic.
Yeah. Have you experienced gay panic? Let us know in the comments.
I'm sure you have. And also like just the gay panic is very real, and obviously there's also panic that comes with like intimacy, like fear of intimacy shit.
Yeah.
But also like the pure gay panic of just like, holy shit. Imagine this. You're in a sapphic cocktail bar. You just spent $50 on 2 drinks and a cheesecake.
Okay.
There's lesbians everywhere. But it's like quiet. And all you hear from the seat next to you is some bitch being like, what the fuck is this? This is fucked up. And then being silent for several minutes, panicking about saying I love you for the first time to your girlfriend of 5 months. Imagine that.
That's I was
We
just
should go to that. Now that you're sapphic.
No, okay. This is my plan to bag.
Oh, we got a plan.
Okay, this is my plan.
This is
low-key.
a Gemini moon.
Yeah. This is my plan. Okay, so anyways, that's my gay plan. This dumb
This
straight bitch. This
Nice.
Mind your motherfucking business. So essentially what she does is that she has a crush on this guy and she keeps seeing, that's when I took this photo in episode 2. At first I thought she was going to be an ally. So I thought she was going to be the only one who was like, oh, okay, they're gay. I get it. But she flips
She's the only enemy.
She's the only enemy. She flips the script. She's hanging out with this girl who also goes to school with him.
Yeah.
Who happened to go to middle school with red-haired twink. I'm so sorry about the names, y'all. And then tells her, like, lets it slip after seeing our main couple like out in Shibuya roll call walking, and she goes, oh yeah, well, have you heard that
like it's gossip,
it's a rumor that Miss Thing had a boyfriend. This is what also sent me over the edge, which makes me kind of pissed at the other girly. Never if someone was like, oh yeah, and his boyfriend killed himself, I'd be like, wow, what'd he do?
That's what I'm saying.
In what world is it your fault that your spouse killed themselves? That's
what I'm saying. Like, the fact, not only was it like egregious, the fact that she told Uenoyama that, you know, Mafuyu's ex-boyfriend died.
Insane.
But the worst thing that she does is she tells Uenoyama, you should be careful, you know? Like, who knows what could happen?
What do you mean?
Like, it could have been his fault. Like, people say that it was like he had a role in it.
Not only is he gonna turn you gay, he's gonna murder you. Like, what? I don't understand.
It's so twisted, especially when you like, these people don't know Mafuyu, so like all they see is this quiet guy who just like minds his own business, and they're like, oh yeah, that guy definitely caused his ex-boyfriend to commit suicide.
What? There's plenty of reasons to commit suicide.
There are plenty.
Okay, so moving on.
Okay,
From that,
this is a point of contention in the fandom.
Okay,
Yuki did have several reasons to commit suicide. Like, it was not people
know this
because people think, from what you see in the anime, because this is what I thought, you're like, oh my god, Yuki committed suicide because he had like that fight.
Yeah, that's how they portray it.
Yeah, but he was like saying, like, he went on that date with him and he was like, oh, I'm making sure that like all of your firsts are our first, are with me. Mm-hmm. So like, if you think about it in the context of like, he's gonna commit suicide soon, he's saying goodbye. He's like making sure that like he remembers him.
Extra long on the beach.
Yeah, because he tells Mafuyu like, you're gonna forget about me. And obviously he doesn't think about, you know, that in like anything more than like, in time we all forget. But I think he like was very intentional in doing that.
Why would he leave him?
I think, well, I don't remember the specifics like in the manga, but like he just like, I think he was just like really depressed. Like, I don't know. I think it's like that.
Like mental illness.
And, yeah. And then also he thought like, I think he felt guilty about something about Mafuyu, or like
maybe even
holding
being
him
gay.
back. Yeah.
In
or
Japan?
maybe even being gay. Like,
Probably has something to do with it.
The manga explained that, but I don't remember because it's been forever. But
that was one of those things that's like,
it was not the fight.
Yeah, as an experienced anime watcher, I'm like, there has to be more to this.
And he was also like, you know, he did think that like, because it's a type of I don't know if he says it in English, but in Spanish, Hiraji, when he's telling the story of what happened, he says, oh, they had a small fight, the type of fight that like everyone has.
I wrote that quote. Yeah, exactly.
So
that's
like,
what they said.
it's the type of thing that like has no consequence. But when you're in that state, you don't think about how this is a small fight. You think about how this is the end. So he probably thought that like Mafuyu was like done with him. And that he had nothing else to like live for, basically. And he drank too.
That's the thing that they also made it seem. I was like, how did he do it? I'm like, he didn't just like alcohol poisoning. That's
no. He hung himself, but he drank before.
Yeah.
So that he could, I guess.
Interesting.
But yeah, that bitch was out of line.
That's so fascinating because also, yeah, the beach is so, for lack of a better word, it just so much like suicide and the beach go hand in hand. I don't like, maybe because like some people like walk into the beach, it's all about like washing away shit, but
Or like lost at sea.
yeah, that
Yeah.
is so fascinating. I never thought about like,
And they
him
went in the
wanting to-
winter.
Yeah, and it's so cold.
Yeah.
He immediately wanted to leave.
Yeah, he hated it. But then he was like, oh my God, Mafuyu's never been here before. I should like it more.
Whoa.
And then at the end, they went to the beach again.
Mm-hmm. And then they show he like goes to the beach by himself at one point too.
Yes, because he was walking down like memory lane.
Wow.
Anyway, this bitch, I think she's so mad about Mafuyu because this is what I wrote. We all know the only reason she's jealous is because she looks exactly like Mafuyu. Like truly, the reasons he didn't choose her were because one, she's a girl, and two, her personality.
She does look
Because
like
she
him.
looks just like him. I mean, a lot of them look like each other, to be fair.
You know,
But
same face syndrome.
also, this bitch was trying to wake up Uenoyama from his little nap. And doesn't she know only his man can wake him up?
My man.
Mafuyu was like, Uenoyama-kun. And then Uenoyama was like, oh yeah.
quiet as fuck, like a whisper
And
that
then
just traveled
he did
straight into his ear.
This.
Oh my
little
goodness.
thing.
This is when they started getting real cute
Look at him.
for me. Yeah, he started getting real cute.
Yes.
Then I started to get it. So, okay, for some reason on episode 5, it said, does this man have a French braid in his hair?
Oh,
Oh!
Haruki.
Sleeps over at
Yes.
long-haired man's house. I love... Haruki?
Haruki.
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 Haruki. Okay. I love Haruki. Okay. This man
Cancer.
is real. He's like, this bitch is 2 years younger than me, and he got me feeling all types of ways. And he's just, I feel like
He's also panicking.
he's also panicking, and I just love it.
yeah.
I feel like it's
He's
good
so-
representation for a
he's-
lot of people.
Yeah, he's so funny with it. He's just like, I can't believe that Akihiko is doing this shit to me. And I think he's doing it on purpose. I
This
think Akihiko...
man is not innocent.
No. Oh, no, he's not.
Hey, Aki, I just want to let you know that like you saved my ass so many times.
You're so amazing.
You're so great.
I love your hair.
Oh, you're so good at making coffee. Just to see Lee as the hottest man in the whole show
This
at home. I was like, excuse
bitch
me?
does it on purpose. And listen, he has a really toxic, sad backstory.
He should be a Scorpio.
But we don't... I agree. But we don't talk about it
He does.
because that's the movie. So we haven't seen it.
The gay squealing, though. There was a lot of gay
Oh,
squealing
from
in the
Haruki?
show. Yes.
Yes. Also, he's like trying to take a photo of him because he thinks he's so cute while he's sleeping.
Also, he says the afternoon light flecked in his eyes with gold. I said, okay, Shakespeare, damn.
Oh my God. We finally see where Akihiko lives, which is in a very high-tech, modern-looking basement. That looks really
Dystopian.
cold. Like,
Dark and dystopian.
yeah.
Concrete walls. Jail.
That looks like that has like it's really cold down there.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a metaphor for that relationship.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Especially because Haruki's place is so warm and like sunshiny.
Oh, and he always sleeps well there.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Given.
Okay.
I said, does he not know that he's in a queer band?
He must not know.
When the blonde hair guy told the main character and was like, yeah, you know, I've like hooked up with men. He was like, what?
Yeah, like it's
Nani?
so shocking. I'm like, that is the most pansexual man you've ever seen in your life.
You're in a gay band.
No one told him. No, he didn't get the memo.
Yeah. He's too focused on
Also,
his
in
strings.
Spanish, Uenoyama's friends, like the ones who are obsessed with basketball, which is so random. It's
So
such a
random.
random thing of the show.
They're chill though.
They call Mafuyu Mafuyito,
What's that?
and it's if you add ito to like anything, it's like a cute little nickname.
Oh my goodness.
Like it means small. Like my grandma used to call me Mercedita. Like it's like a little cute little nickname, and they call him that, and it's so cute.
They're very accepting of him, which I live.
Yes.
And
He's randomly really good at basketball.
He can hoop.
Yeah.
Steph Curry with the shot. Woo! Wait, why were they at the stairs again? I just said the silence at the stairs is insane.
Oh, when he's telling him like about his ex-boyfriend being dead, or like he's like, isn't that that scene
When he's laying down.
when he's trying to sleep and then he
Yeah.
realizes he's jealous?
quote unquote. Now,
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin another sentimental moment, every single time he says white hot pit, I hear white hot pit. I'm so sorry, y'all, but I just can't.
What's the context of that line?
He's like, because he realizes the white hot pit is him being jealous.
Oh yeah, that
So
does sound like hot. White hot piss.
Literally, and he's always holding his stomach. And he's like, that white hot piss.
Ew.
The silence in that was so deafening, and knowing
was.
how like soft spoken the twink is,
Mhm.
the red haired twink. Oh, this is also when he says, I want to play your lyrics. When
Yes.
this was I lived. This is when I fell in love with the cancer guy. The guy was because he was like,
That was
nice.
good.
That was
like,
smooth as
that
fuck.
was a smooth line.
And then he ruined it by
I
saying
wanna
like,
I wanna play to your lyrics.
ah, I love my little cancer.
Okay, so should we talk about what happens before the show?
Yes.
So during the whole thing, like they have the song that's based on the La La La.
I was literally like, if they don't get this man some lyrics, they were like, should he just la 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 through it? And I was like, no.
Please don't let him do that.
Please.
He has to write the lyrics. And so he like goes to his hometown and places where he and Yuki went. Even the bus. I don't know if
Was that what he was doing?
Yeah, he was going down memory lane to like access that part of himself or like whatever. Because if you know, like, obviously, I don't think you would notice in the first viewing, but when you rewatch, you notice that these are like places that you see in flashbacks.
Oh.
And so he's like, oh, I haven't written the lyrics yet, whatever. And right before the show, he still doesn't have the lyrics. And which is it's so annoying. And Uenoyama is like, maybe we just shouldn't perform. Like we should just do instrumental. Like we shouldn't, we should give up on the lyrics thing.
No shit.
And then Mafuyu gets mad. He's just like, how dare you? Like, I don't remember if he says like, how dare you? But like, it's implied that he's like, how could you not believe in me anymore?
And he was like, you promised me I would, like, it was almost like you promised that you trusted me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
so he's feeling betrayed, and he is also kind of like taken aback by like how intense Uenoyama is about it.
Well, because he's been silent this whole fucking time.
Yeah. No, very understandable. And
he's been through it.
No,
He's been
yeah.
through it.
Yeah. But Uenoyama doesn't really know all
it's
the
an
details.
unfortunate situation.
Yeah. And so he breaks his guitar strings.
I was gagged.
For the first time since seeing his boyfriend's dead body.
That's how he would have said it too.
Yeah.
The last time I broke this was when I saw my boyfriend's dead body.
And I think the sound sort of triggered something. Because, he's like, this is trauma. So Haruki's like, okay, we can fix this. This is fixable.
This is also when I loved it. I loved him for this.
Honestly, yeah. Like, the band would have fallen apart.
The guy was right.
He was right. Like, the band would have fallen apart without him.
Every person needs that person that's just kind of like, bro.
Yeah.
And what about it?
Yeah, go fix it.
De-escalator.
Go.
That's not me.
Different type of cancer.
Yes.
He's like, go buy some strings at the corner store, like whatever, and like
got the guy to stall.
Yeah. Just a problem solver.
Oh, I was gonna say, love how Uenoyama heard what that girl had to say.
Yeah.
And was like, I have other problems. Like,
did
not
he
care.
Didn't do anything about it.
Loved it.
I forgot about that scene where the girl goes to him to like throw out the trash, and the girl's like, why don't you hate me? Like, you should hate me. Like, what I did was horrible. And I don't remember what. Oh, he was just like, well, I'm sort of glad that I know.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I get it. Like, I think also he was just like, I'm glad that you told me and not like everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think like if he didn't know, it would have definitely caught him off guard.
Well, they needed any sort of communication.
Yeah.
And he knew he couldn't really force it out of him. So he probably didn't like the way that he found out, but he enjoyed having the information.
Exactly. Yeah. Because then he doesn't have to like ask him about it.
Yeah.
Although
love that.
That conversation has happened anyway, because Mafuyu's gonna be like, how do you know?
Oh yeah, you're right. You were like, well,
but I
this
mean,
bitch
whatever.
over
We
here.
didn't see that. So
I was just waiting for that classic trope, like kind of like Reki and Longa a little bit, where
Yeah,
it was like, okay,
yeah.
here we go. But he was just like, where's Mafu?
And then in that scene where they're taking out the trash, Mafuyu is with the basketball guys, and he's watching this happen. Like, and his face is so funny because he's just like, "Who's the bitch who's talking to my man right now?"
Well, but I was also so happy for the gays.
Yeah,
That it wasn't the like confirmed canon gay fiending after this man.
yeah,
I was so happy for the gay community. I was like, see, yes,
yes.
y'all are in control here. The ball is in y'all's court for
And also
once.
the fact that like never in the whole series you would assume that Mafuyu would be the one who's shy and demure, but like Mafuyu knows what he wants,
is
and
the gay guy.
and he goes and gets it,
which
is so nice.
And he was like, yeah, I love you in a romantic way.
Yeah,
I was so
just
happy
very
for him.
casual.
This is
He's
when
so funny.
I was like, honestly, Yuri on Ice can choke. Fuck all these shows that are like, oh my god, everyone's so gay. No,
Yeah,
Given's gay.
yeah. Given's actually
And
gay.
all these other shows don't have the balls
They don't.
to let their characters be gay.
So true.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So I thought that scene was funny because he was just
Very
he was
funny.
jealous. But anyways,
Jealous but also secure.
exactly. Exactly.
Bad
And we
bitches
love
only.
that in a man. That's healthy.
He was like,
okay, well, he's coming home with me at the end of the day, so this bitch can suck it.
this is episode 9, right?
Yeah, yes.
This episode had me all over the place. It was the episode that solidified. I was like, okay, I take back any bad thing I've ever said about the show. This episode had me wrecked.
Uenoyama runs, reflects on what he did, feels bad, goes gets his strings, fixes a guitar for Mafuyu, and they sort of just like figure it out.
They have faith. I kept thinking, thank God I'm not in this show. Because like something that I actually have to work on in therapy is like letting go a little bit. Like when I tell you, I would have been like, if you were whoever, I would have been like, I'm not going on unless you confirm. Also, I need to see the lyrics because I also am going to need to win to emote where.
Yeah.
And also, it was faith and trust.
Yeah.
So I guess that's beautiful.
Okay, so who's in the audience? The audience has Uenoyama's sister, Hiraji and Shisu, which are Mafuyu's childhood friends.
Yes.
The basketball boys, and you have Ugetsu, who's
You know
a
what I
violin
said?
guy.
So this is not accurate. I said all the gays showing up on time. Not even on time early.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they got this part wrong. They
Really did. And so he goes on stage and
Wait, Getsu was being a little like condescending bitch.
oh my god, yeah.
Being like, yeah, go ahead.
And he goes on stage and they're prepping to be an instrumental, and then Mafuyu just starts singing, and he's so good.
The widest we've ever seen his mouth. And I was like, I was one of the people in the audience.
Yeah.
I was silent.
Me too.
I was taking my hair out. I had braids, like obviously I'll know, and I was just like, because it was so good.
It was so good.
Maybe
and
that's why they made the La 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 shit
to contrast
for bigger impact.
Yeah. Every time I see the scene, I get chills. Every single time.
Chill
It's
arenas.
so good.
Chill arenas.
It's so good. So the song is basically about like being lost in the winter and like missing someone that you love and not knowing what to do now that you don't have them. And
I'm gonna look up the lyrics, to be honest.
yeah. Throughout the performance, obviously you see people's reactions, but you also see flashbacks of Yuki and Mafuyu and how they first met, like when they were little kids. It's so funny. One of the lines, like one of the scenes is like little Mafuyu hiding from his dad, like in his backyard, and Yuki is like playing with an airplane toy, whatever, and he's like, hi, do you talk? And
he talks all right.
Mafuyu's like, when I talk, my dad hits me. And
oh, he didn't say when I talk, my dad hits me in English. He says, oh, maybe he did, because I just heard my dad hits me, and I was like, okay.
No, I think the connotations when he speaks.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think that must be also trauma.
Oh.
It's okay, you don't know. And then Yuki's response is so funny to me. He just says, "I'm not your dad."
I'm not your dad.
Okay. And that's how it starts. Both of their moms are single moms. They're holding hands while the police is like taking the
And he
dad.
looked mad.
Yeah, he looked mad.
Yeah, he looked like good.
He was just like, good. Take that bitch away. So their moms are friends and they're both single moms. They live right next to each other. And it's just like really cute. And they just develop this like very naturally this romance together. People love Yuki and Mafuyu. If you were just consuming this straight from the fandom, nothing else, you would have thought that Yuki and Mafuyu are the main couple.
Oh my, okay.
Like, to that extent, people adore Yuki and Mafuyu. And, like, I get it. They're really cute. And, like, Hiraji even says, like, it's almost like they were made for each other.
Mm-hmm.
They just complement each other so well. Like, whatever. People love them. And, like, I love them too. But listen, guys, they're not the main couple.
This is very out of your character. You love a non.
I do, but like Uenoyama, I love Uenoyama. Like I do. I love him so much and I love what they have and I love how he treats Mafuyu and just like, and also like that's the entire theme of Given is like moving on.
Mm-hmm.
And to sort of like be so fixated on this past
is fucking rich.
I know.
You L stan. You L bitch. You L might as well be alive and well, but you are crazy for this. But I'm gonna let you have it.
I know. But like that's not the theme
of Death Note. I guess. But
anyway, I mean I get it. I also think they're cute. But like I love Uenoyama too much to not like ship them first.
Okay.
But like the extent that people just love Yuki and Mafuyu, like you would really think they were the main character. And to a certain extent, I feel like the author also kind of did that. Like later on in the manga, when Uenoyama kind of stops being the main character and it's more about Haruki and like all the other people, like all the other characters, I'm just like, bring back Uenoyama. I miss him.
I think watching this episode for the first time, I think this is the first anime on our podcast that like made me cry. That like I hadn't watched prior.
Did you cry in Skate?
No. Obviously, I had beef with this character a little bit. Obviously, I like don't really get favorites that fast in these kinds of shows. But like when he started singing, and okay, this is when I honed in on the structure of the show because watching this, like. The context was not there for me. I haven't had like a friend die or anything like that, but it just felt like this is really kind of what the experience is like traversing the earth with no one really knowing what you actually went through.
Yeah.
And for him to be able to finally like express himself and like really, I know what's happening.
Especially because he said that.
I have my moments.
That he didn't think he expressed himself.
I feel like he felt pressured to let people know how he was feeling because evidently he's probably like one of the most affected people.
Yeah.
And him being able to do that and like the flashbacks and just as a viewer being like, damn, the dad getting taken away.
Yeah. Like
him being there for him, like them like having sex for the first time together. Like, whoa! That shit had me.
It's so raw. Like it just sounds so emotionally raw. Yeah, and you're just like, you're in that position with Mafuyu. Like whoever, like we know the band is called Centennial, I think. The vocalist does such a great job of just like being Mafuyu. It's so sad and it's also sort of cathartic. You're like, oh, finally you say these things, and the fact that he's quiet throughout most of the show, but he's so loud here is so nice.
I even think like borders on cliche, but what they did amazing about it is the fact that the band didn't know the lyrics.
Yeah.
The fact that the band is also hearing the lyrics for the first time. And there's just something about like figuring out what's going on inside someone that is so emotional. And everyone in that room hearing him for like the first time, like no one knew.
Yeah.
Not a single person except himself knew what those lyrics were going to be and how he was going to feel about it. Oh, that shit got me, bitch.
It gets me every single time.
And then the fucking
the kiss. Well, wait, I wanted to say something else before the kiss, and it was just that. Oh my god, wait, fuck. was it?
Center.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what was it?
Well, what happened between this and the kiss? He's singing, everyone's cheering, they're going through the audience.
Oh, there's this line I think he says in the beginning of this episode where he's like, everyone like laughs and cries and it's so easy for them, but it's so hard for me.
Yes.
And I was like, God, that's so relatable sometimes.
Especially when you feel like you owe it to people to have emotions.
Yeah. Ugh, it gets me every time. Anyway, yeah, after the performance.
You better work, Ueno-yama.
Ueno-yama.
Oh, Ueno-yama, yeah.
He kisses him.
I think it was an excellent time to do so.
Absolutely it was. And Mafuyu's face is just like,
and then he just runs off as if he was like kissing like a wife goodbye or something.
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then fucking Haruki was like, our guitarist is back.
we're gonna play some instrumental now.
And him forgetting.
Oh, it's classic. I was like, this is so good. But also Mafuyu in that moment says like, I think I finally like moved on.
Yeah, I'm not lonely.
And also the fact that Uenoyama's name means summer.
Oh.
That's why they were called seasons, I think. I think Uenoyama was summer. Because that's what he represents. Or like spring. One of those two. That's
a warm one.
Yeah, a warm one. That's
and he's
what
a Leo.
Yeah, that's what he represents to Mafuyu. And Yuki means snow. So it's like he was like the winter.
Melting his heart.
Anyway.
Hysterical.
What were the lyrics?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Your everything has lost its eternal tomorrow, and now it's wandering around eternally, along with me, who is unable to say goodbye or move on from you. Just like a spell that's still unbroken, or maybe it's some kind of curse, I'm still holding on to my thoughts. Hey, what kind of tomorrow should I look for in this town? The cold tears that fall freeze under the sky, they're just pretending to be kind as they fall down my face. Two people who were always together are now torn apart, that's all there is to this story. Even if your everything loses its shape one day, you'll always be here with me. As I try to move on again, even though I couldn't say goodbye to you, I'll carry on because I know you'll always be with me. Damn, Shadi.
Oh,
I love that he played the guitar bad.
me too.
They kept it real.
It's very realistic.
We're like, wow, great singer.
It's even hard to play while singing.
Yeah. Fucking hate now. The boyfriend was like, oh, another natural talent. Oh
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Why do you have to be a natural talent
looking
to be
ass.
worthy?
He also looks
What'd
like
you say?
Mafuyu.
Oh,
Mafuyu looking ass.
Mafuyu looking ass.
With black hair.
So, this thing is like, wow, what a great night. It was like, I kissed.
Yeah, he forgot, and then he just suddenly remembered, and he's like, oh my god, how embarrassing.
I love the classic anime fever, moving a love story along. What is an anime without a fever?
We love it.
Without a cold patch on the forehead, a little bit of
care of
delirium.
him.
Like, oh, come on in. Bold. I was like, I give him props for going to go see him.
I agree.
I'd be scared. Knowing what I know now about Gay Panic, I'd be scared shitless.
Yeah, me too.
Like, kind of like really skipping ahead.
Yeah.
Love that he was like, yeah, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And then
He takes him to the beach, I think, or like a different beach. One of those two. I don't know. But I think it's the same one. I don't know.
Probably, I would assume so.
And he's like, oh my god, like the ocean, like the sea, like whatever. And that's when he tells him that he loves him, like, you know, non-platonic
In a we're just
way.
bros kind of way.
In a romantic
That's
way.
how they started episode. Oh shoot. And then they formed the band.
And he like it goes inside Uenoyama. He panics so hard. Like when Mafuyu was like, oh my god, I love you. Uenoyama's like panics so hard that he goes inside.
What were the giant stones? What did they say?
Okay, they said
Did they say gay?
Wait, I'm gonna look this up.
Because I was so like, I needed to finish it, so I didn't look it up. But author's amazing job. Because also when I went on Crunchyroll and I looked at the reviews, the top review said I needed this as a kid, and I'm just like, yeah, I know.
Sweet.
That was like the title of it, and I was like, I can only imagine like knowing like my brother being gay and shit.
Yeah.
Like seeing a show that didn't just like sexualize your gayness, but like really took it seriously.
And it's very wholesome.
in the beginning there's like an island and it's like kanji like moving all big, and then there's like another one.
It's mutual. That's what it says.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's mutual.
And they show I didn't even think about the fact that they were in a band, which also made me sick to my stomach, because I was like, I swear to God, if he's like, I don't like you back, I was gonna throw my computer. But no, they did the most refreshing thing as an audience member.
Yes.
They went and talked about it. Oh my fucking God.
I know. And they went to like Haruki and like Akihiko and they were like, we would just like your permission to date.
Literally.
Which is really sweet.
Given.
So good. How much
Really
would you rate it? Should we do ratings?
But I think, like, what did we learn? This is how because you've always talked about it. You're like, that's an actual BL. I'm just like, okay, this is the kind of shows and the stories that the gays deserve to have.
Yes.
They deserve to kiss on screen.
That's something else we learned.
Oh yeah. We deserve to see bitches kiss on screen. Like, we deserve to see healthy relationships. We deserve to see innocence. We deserve to see music is so gay.
It's so gay. Music is gay.
It's so gay. I'm like, because I'm just also watch Nana, and like, even though that's not like overtly, but like,
it is
still. What did you learn?
I learned
fourth
that
watch.
Spanish dub can be good.
Yeah.
It can be good. I only watch it just for the shits and giggles because it's funny. But this one was good. I should rewatch more anime when I feel like rewatching, but not really rewatching, like some new element. I should watch it in Spanish. I just sort of like learned just how relatable these characters really are.
So relatable.
Like Uenuyama is such a. I feel like I'm somewhere in between Uenuyama and Mafuyu in terms of like emotional like state.
Yeah.
And I just love them so much. I also sort of forgot just how much I love Mafuyu. Like, he's just so cute and I love him.
Really
I love
adorable.
him so much. Oh my God.
Yeah. What are we doing next week?
Maybe Chainsaw? Maybe Bleach? We don't know.
Oh shit. Maybe
we don't know. Bleach. We'll find out. You'll find out.
Should we do Nana?
We could do Nana.
You gotta start watching it now, though.
Okay. I'll try.
I'll put it in the ending.
Okay.
That's what we're doing next week.
Okay.
Okay, angels. Stay caressed. Don't get arrested. Don't be stressed. Just be blessed. We'll see you next week. Bye.